Hello, fellow cultivators. Welcome to episode 65 and the last episode of Let's Play Tale of Immortal. And we are only left with the few final enemy in the entire game. So we will fight Hengtian on the top of Tianyuan Mountain. So this is the biggest villain in the entire game. We already knew that. And here we are just going to describe in general how can you fight him. In general, as every build, because some people get really confused about how Hengtian works. And note that here I have already talked with Joe all the time and I rejected Night Rain. And here I'm also going to fight against Hengtian. And if you do not reject Night Rain, if you take the pills, or if you do not go talk with Joe all the time, then Joe won't come to help you after the first phase. That's just the difference there. And so of course, we will disagree. We have already made up our mind. Here it warns you that he will reverse our realm, suppress our heavenly art. So yeah, just let you know what will happen after the first phase. So Hengtian battle is pretty simple, to be honest, if you have decent DPS. That's the first thing to do. You go around, go away, till the end. So this, let's call it small laser. This small laser, as long as you stay in the very bottom, nothing will hurt you. And after that, it will create those little ring-like things, after you. Or if you have some summon, it will go after the summon. Now there's a big drop. That's okay because that only deals damage once. And after this, it is your time to do damage to him. Notice that there is this shield around him. So it looks like you're not doing any damage to him. His HP is not decreasing, but you're just wearing down his shield. He's not invincible. There is one phase he's actually invincible, but that is very different from here. You see that shield around him. You need to break his shield, that's it. So just use all your way to try to break his shield. Now after this, you can see that he's again summoning this kind of thing, one bomb, etc. So this will do some kind of damage to you, but if you have a shield guide, it's okay, it's not that big deal, because it's not like doing a lot of damage. You can always block that one-time damage by shield. And for example, right now here, I am using all my skills to try to break his shield. And now he's entering this, again, repeat this small laser mode. You can try to avoid this small laser a little bit, or if you just come to the end, the small laser can't hurt you. So it is a little bit more, confusing, because I am using a summon build, so a lot of his spells will use on my summons, because otherwise it will be really, really easy. It's clearly a patterned attack. So yeah, after the whole, little flower chasing you, it is time for you to attack. And now you see I break his shield. Now around him there's only the yellow golden thing, but this is time he can be damaged. And he will also use all these big giant lasers. And this is actually a very, very dangerous time. And I'm only surviving here because I am using my sword heavenly skills. And during this small, few seconds, I'm invincible. In general, you do not want to stay there when he's using the big lasers. But I know, how it goes, so I'm doing this. And this is time he enters second phase where your heavenly article. And now you see that his HP bar is gone. And this is time you are doomed to die. Okay? Because in this case, Joe will come to help me. And if you do not do all the conditions that I did before, his HP will be still there. So do not die if that's the case. Just continue fighting. You only try to die when his HP bar disappears. Because, what else can you do to him when his HP bar disappears? And a lot of players, when describe the problem, they don't use the correct terminology. They'll say, oh, I can't do damage to him. But that could mean that his HP bar disappeared, or it could simply means that he's in the shield phase. That's why you can't do damage to him. And the solution to those two scenarios are very, very different. That's why just describe your problem clearly, that you cannot do damage to him because there's no HP bar, or simply like this. Right now he's just, protected by shield. You just need to wear down his shield. Like even I'm doing a lot of damage to him now, his HP does not decrease. That's because I'm wearing down his shield. Okay? So that's the main difference there. Again here, just use, the new Heavenly Art or your new Nether Feather Johnson gave you, where you are, wearing down his shield. And around this time, he will just use these skills again and again. And if you cannot break his shield during this time, he will put on more shield to him. So that's why it is kind of DPS test. You need to have enough DPS to break his shield. Otherwise, you can never finish this battle. For example, now I'm using the ult again, and I will try all my best to break his shield again. The main reason why it is so important to break the shield, not only because otherwise he will put on more shield, but also once you break his shield, once the shield is broken, then he will actually shoot that big laser. That is time he will lose HP by himself. So he is using his own blood to casting that laser move. Okay, now you can see that his shield is broken. Yeah, now immediately goes back, because this is time he will use big lasers after a few seconds. And you can see that his HP is decreasing by himself, because he is using his own HP to cast these big lasers. So the only thing you need to do is dodge. Okay, you only need to dodge, you don't need to do that. Okay, then there's one giant move, that's okay. Then he will shoot the small lasers again. So now you know this is one entire circle of how his spell works. So basically when he's shooting small circles, hide, and then during these little tracking flowers coming towards him, and then there is one giant bomb move. This is very easy to dodge move. And then you use all your effort to break his shield. That's it. You can be done with any build if you know how the whole thing works. And you can see that this Nether Feather, Nether Ethereal Power, as well as this Heavenly Art, Johnson gave you, so everyone can get it. Now you use it to break his shield. Now you just go back and wait for him to use his giant blood laser and kill himself. It is really easy. The only thing you need to do, dodge his attack. That's it. Okay, there will be one bomb. Okay, and now small laser again. Yes. And now it will be tracking flowers coming. Yeah, as you can see. Now you just need to move. Coming towards him. And one big bomb. Oh, you can see he casts some of those flowers on my summon. That's why it's a little bit confusing using a summon build. But otherwise it is really, really simple and straightforward. And once his HP is sufficiently low and you break his shield, he will enter the final frenzy mode. But not now yet, because we haven't... Oh yeah, we broke his shield. Okay, now we need to go back. Yep, so this is big lasers, okay? And this is also the time you try to dodge as fast as you can. But hey, you managed to win. So because the last crazy laser can last some time, So for some builds that is hard to generate a shield to cancel attack or hard to recover HP, you might try a few times, but once you get to know the pattern, you know how it goes. Alright, we're talking about cheese and laser air, and earth is winds. You are counting on me. Joe talks about that my Dao feather was improved, but actually his feather is bad. I would rather to use rock. So that's just something to let you know. Okay. So this is time Joe tells you to make the Phoenix Talisman. And to be honest, the quest around here is not made very nicely. So many people see what Joe tells you, was thinking, okay, I need to make Phoenix Talisman, and was thinking I need to defeat Taotie and get the material. Then they try to kill the Taotie, and nothing drops. Well, this is because you need to follow the quest instead. Anyways, we managed to defeat this battle. We come out. And now, yeah, it looks like it tells you to enter the Earth Junction. Yes, exactly. That's what you need to do. So instead of killing Taoti or anything, what you need to do is going back to Tianyuan here, go to here, the Earth Junction. Yep. And then the quest tells you, okay, I need the talisman. I know it's confusing, it's extra step, but that's how it is. So now, of course, we are going to defeat Taoti to get the material to make that Phoenix Talisman. And also, the quest will spawn a Sky Devourer Taoti for you. So in case you already killed Taoti beforehand, it doesn't matter. The quest will spawn one for you. Just go to the place where quest tells you. And as you can see, I am using the flower, defeating the Hengtian as well as Taoti here. Let's see how good this Heavenly Art is. Wow, it is actually not bad. That's like 1/4 of Taoti's HP done. Well, this laser is okayish. I mean, it is not bad, but it does not allow me to decrease my RMB's cooldown, so I would still prefer Rock. But it's fine. With 4 sets of Bliss Butterfly, my flower are doing pretty decent damage. Look at this. Okay. 1 minute? Yeah, not too bad. Considering we did not really optimize any sub-skills in those minor skills there. So, I might learn a bit more. I don't know. Okay, no, this just dropped from Taoti. Obviously, they are not have any tradition sets. And yeah, talisman. Let's just do it. Yeah, it's one of probably the most easy one. I think this is exactly the same drawing as either Sky Prayer Talisman or the Teleportation Talisman. Actually, don't really remember at this point, but yeah, it's one of those two. Anyways, now let's save and let's teleport to any of our branch set. So, okay, you're not here. Anyways, let's go back to the Yoshong village, and we are going to face our last battle in the entire game. But before that, I might change this nether feather, or at least change the heavenly art, because this, as you can see, is not that great. It has high damage, yes, for sure, but I want the thing with rock, I think, and I will use Flames of Frost instead, because this is just simply better, percentage HP type of damage, and I usually take a few of this. And apart from that, I think I usually take the one with Jiguwen. This one allows me to dodge, which is quite good. And yeah, I think since I have two, so I will use this setup. Okay, that will be my setup, and I will change this, I think. Before that, let's go to the shrine. Yep. Gleaming pieces. Yeah, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to change my nether feather back. So this is where you can change your nether feather after. So if you are not happy with your nether feather, go to the here at Transcendent. But you need to go through the entire, nether bird trail again. So be careful, because this will be more difficult than the first one, because this will be Transcendent level. Okay. Candlelight. When the moment you realize that those nether birds can be enchanted by monkeys, which means they can be controlled. That is actually quite interesting. Let's use Flames of Frost. So Flame of Frost, as well as Mongi's ultimate, both are HP percentage type of thing, and they can work together. So they work very nicely together. Well, I guess there's nothing much to say during this battle, so I might just simply talking about, Eps Rock. How about, this entire playthrough? I mean, I need to think about this. So, how to start? I made this playthrough because I want to record the entire process of how you're playing in Chaos, including some of the more, let's say, boring to some people, but it's actually quite important part, like, finding manuals, correct manuals, books, where do you get it, if you are not a sect leader. I mean, that's why I include quite a few, word boss farming part, and also just as a not sect leader, but simply as a normal sect people, dissidents, true disciple, or elder, etc. Looking for those manuals in the sect, and as well as finding what are the correct sub skills, upgrade them, as well as comprehending them. There's a lot of comprehending process you can see in this entire series, so it includes a lot of things. And also, as you can see, I become sect leader around after Northern Soul, and that is. But even before that, I already started making builds. So I know I've been talking about. This is just the thing that I want to showcase how in general a Chaos playthrough works. Like before I come to Golden Core, I don't care really much about my build or anything. I don't need to equip all the 12 or 8 mind skill type of mind skill. I just equip the more essential ones. I learn a up-realmed move to attack mind skill, and from my master, I learn some high-level LMB, R&D from my master, and that's it. Because what you ever need to do is just to go through those realms, defeat the boss, go through the realms, and that's it. You don't need to think about a build. And after, even after Golden Core, around the time of Origin Spirit, I changed my LMB to Blade, or something like Shield Fist, so that I can pass through those cores which have the HP decrease during Origin Spirit, which are actually quite difficult if you do not have blood power. And then around Nathan So, I sort of started my build, which is a mushroom build, right? If you guys recall. And it works out pretty well, and that is also the time and I actually try to get some more important mind skills, get my stats a bit up. And also, it's not like I have to use every single mind skill up to real, because especially like Divine Power, Mastery, and Secret Manual, those 3 mind skills, you care about sub skills. Sometimes even if they are not up to realm, it doesn't really matter. So that's why you can see most of the times my mind skill of those 3 are under realm. And also, of course, since I am not a sect leader, it is more difficult to find good manuals, right? And I enjoy to be a sect true disciple, to participate in tournaments. I try to make some kind of attempts to make the tournament more fun. I guess it's okay. After that, we become sect leader, and the whole series also more focusing on more the story part, because there are much more side stories start to coming up. And so still I try to show you guys how in general how you start to build your character, and I switched from mushroom build into a toad build, poison swarm toad build. And as you can see, around the time of enlightenment, I am really trying to make max a bit more. So, including with the help of animatic stones, you can actually build a very, very powerful character around enlightenment. And during the entire Reborn's time, both of my skills are enlightenment stage. And this is because they were min-maxed, and they work really well. After Reborn, of course, the whole game going into this entire main quest build, and it become more boring for many people. I mean, you can clearly see a drop of viewing people throughout the time, and of course the likes also getting less and less. At some point it becomes just a thing that I need to finish it. Even though, like, the one thing I really found it disappointing is that in this series I include all the details and everything, and people do not like to see. Like, hardly any people watches it. Like, it's less than 100 views with like 1 or 2 likes at the very end. Kind of, that's how it is, which I understand. But meanwhile, when I made another the nice guy series, which I skip all this boring part, and then people start asking me, "Hey, why don't you show how you exactly make this build? You are just skipping too many things." This is when you feel like, if you want to see those things, there is this Let's Play series here, right here, literally right here. But okay, I mean, I kind of wonder how many people watched the Nice Guy series and understood what I tried to show in that series, that many things new players think are important and not important, like starting destinies, or breakthrough materials, or even rewrite destinies, or even making some build mind skills in the early game. None of them important. Around North and Soul time, if your build can already work, like the Fire Tornado build as I showed in that series, you can defeat any bosses easily, you can defeat any higher realm NPCs easily. That's why I ended the series after North and Soul, because there's nothing more to say. The game is just flat after that. So yeah, but I guess that is too short for something, and I tried to implement a bit story element in that series, and it doesn't work really that well as well. And in this series, I do try to include all the quests as well. And of course, I think, in general, I would not expect a very detailed Let's Play series of this game to be popular anyway, which I understand. But then also, there are a lot of time people asking the question like, but how do you make this thing work in the build videos, or how do you? There are a lot of questions which can be naturally answered if you follow this Let's Play series. Like, seriously, if you follow this Let's Play series, you would see there are a lot of questions can be easily answered by yourself. Because I try to record everything in the series. The only thing I skip here is farming. Yeah, farming, including doing sect quest for farming sect contributions, to farming the learning materials and comprehending materials. And I include every other thing. So, and you can see I managed to make almost perfect builds with perfect sub skills, everything around enlightenment. I went through here, going through the entire everything without much problem. And to be honest, I didn't even do that much save scumming. Most of my save scumming are for farming manuals, because I need to get good manuals farming those world bosses. If you call that save scumming, I don't know. I mean, it's literally just farming. And yeah, I don't even save scum for comprehending things, as you can see. Most of the time I literally just comprehend more and more. And during the progression, defeated those bosses, I did some save scumming. Let's say, I think I showed 2 times how I died, like being one-shot by the bosses during the progression. Of course, I died other times and I reload the save as well, but it's not that much as you might think. The game is not that hard as long as you know what are you doing. I would say in total less than 20 times, I think. Yeah. Maybe around 10 times-ish. Anyway, so here I also try to, back to the game, to remove one of my destinies and get rolling ward. This allows me to become more tankier because this can reduce 60% of enemies damage. And yeah, I did that because I am sec leader, so I can. This is my final destiny list. So if you want, you can pause and see. Now let's go back to the Earth Junction and try to defeat Hengtian. So this young Hengtian at the bottom, he is very dangerous. His damage is really high, and especially the first fire. This fire is one of the most dangerous things. Do not step in that fire. Nothing can save you. Conceal Nirvana can't save you. So around here, I got really scared. So this one is okay, and then he will use his eyes, right? Okay, and this laser. But those things, this ice is annoying, of course. And yeah, the most annoying part when he stuck with the ice and use that fire again, you immediately die. But if you manage to escape this big fire thing, it's okay. If everything else is not as dangerous as it is. And of course, if your build at this point at very high DPS, you can probably finish the first phase very fast in a few seconds. Of course, so it's like, let's say you are using Fairy Flame based build, you use your fire motion to escape the first fire, and then you use whatever you want, Heal Breaker Feast, or, Zero City RMBs. You finish the first phase very easily. So the bottom Hengtian in general is not as difficult as the top, mountain top Hengtian. But for those builds who do not have that high DPS, like for me right now, it is a bit more difficult because I really need to try really hard to escape this fire. Try to not die, because he can literally one-shot me. Now, once you defeat the first phase, Hengtian will go back and talk with Netherlord. Yeah. He said not unacceptable. Yeah, so I guess this just nails the coffin, right? Hengtian is a bad guy. Night Rain thought you were better. And Zhang San appears again. He tells you something about second phase. It's basically, again, some kind of gimmick. So while they are going to use their big move, you need to collect those blue spirit orbs. That's it. And once you collect enough blue spirit orbs, Zhang San will create a little shield for you. It's very similar to the Feng Pimo rescue fight. You just need to hide in that small shield. That's it. And I am stuck in that fire. I'm a bit scared about this. I'm stuck in this fire. I don't like it. Okay, good. That's just an animation issue. Well, this Hengtian, Laser Lord Hengtian, is exactly the same thing. He will also use this fire thing. Yeah, this one. And this is when the time I switch on my my 3-fist rule field and try to let him kill himself. But apparently when I switch on that, he didn't use his fire, so that didn't work out that well. But that's okay. I think I'm still okay. So we're going to use this sword one. And this cuts through his soul. That's why you can see two of them. Aha! He did fire thing. Nether fire thing. And he sort of dropped his own HP a lot. Let's try to use this hypnosis again. Yeah. Its whole viewing angle change is still quite annoying. I can't see anything. Alright. Use the ultimate, use rock, and yes. Okay, now he comes in Colossus. And this is time you have to collect those things. And yeah, we collect quite enough already. You see that little blue shield thing? Just hide inside, that's what I'm doing. Hide inside the blue shield thing on the right side. And then, doesn't matter, he wants to use his big move. Yeah. Yeah, see? It's alright, it's not that bad. Now he's back again, so we just need to continue doing our thing. Sadly, I do not have my 3 cyst refilled with me, but I think I'm okay. Yep. Judging by his HP left, I think it should be done very soon. It's again a percentage thing. If I do not die, no, I got frozen. Okay, good. He's not targeting me. No, just need to do it one more time. Okay, rock. Alright, everything is done. We have defeated final boss in this game. So as what is showing here, the entire story about Tale of Immortal has finished. So is this Let's Play Tale of Immortal playthrough. And around this time, it has been quite a long time since I started this playthrough, and as I mentioned before, the viewing numbers, the likes, and everything just goes down and down, which is of course expectable. I mean, that is the fate of every playthrough, I understand. So I don't know how many people are still here while I'm talking about this, but I think this is the time and place I will talk about something about this channel. So as you guys know, I'm not a professional YouTuber, and I never really wanted to become one. For a very surprise, I do like my job, and this is just my side hobby. And I started the channel because I think there is no good place in the entire English internet about this game, Tale of Immortal, which I do quite like. I mean, it is of course, it is the first game of a small studio, and there are a lot of drawbacks. I know many people are expecting something really big, but come on, it's a small thing. It's not that big, and but I do think it has quite some potential. And unfortunately, it didn't work out that well because of all kinds of unfortunate events with Chinese players, with mod, workshop, everything. But yeah, I consider that a very unfortunate result. But yeah, I am fairly confident that my channel is still the best place in the English world to understand more about this game. And if you want to know how to play this game and everything, check out my build guide, check out this Let's Play through. It has everything you need, that I can tell you. And yeah, and I think by the end of this playthrough, I am mostly covered everything about this game, including general build guides, general skill guides, my destiny guides, and a lot of different kind of build guides and everything. And I think I will stop updating, at least for quite some time, or at least because I think I've already covered everything, more or less. And maybe there are something, if I can think about something new and stuff, I might upgrade a bit more in the future. But other than that, I think it will be the end. So I think we have traveled a long way, indeed. It does talk about Isu, our master. Interesting. If you guys still remember, and of course our partner, Rompu. Sex leader in year 16, and 17, Enlightenment, Reborn, Alliance. Made my first try to steal against Rompu's Enlightenment elixir. That was interesting. I took Swan Sister one time. I think that's 2 times. Come on. You guys still remember that first Swan Sister. Alright, I guess that will be everything about this Let's Playthrough. Thank you a lot for your support about this channel. And as I said, I might still update something if I find something interesting in the future. And thank you, and I will see you next time.